working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Monty Eunice is checked in for Houston. Here's Lawson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
No good on the second free throw. Passes it to Ariza. It's stolen by Allen. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Patrick Beverley comes in for Ty Lawson. Boston also with the sub. Pierce is checked in. Tony Allen. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Ariza goes.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And it's Beverley missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Harden after the miss from Kevin Garnett. And Ariza with the stuff.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Feeds to Monty Eunice. Sinks that one from the post. Monty Eunice has got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Garnett dishes to Rondo. Takes the 13-footer. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Rondo.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Ariza goes in. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one is off. Houston with a big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Capella. Terrence Jones comes in for Monty Eunice. Corey Brewer's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverley. And a new group in for the Celtics. Glenn Davis is checked in for Perkins. Poe comes in for Kevin Garnett. Allen's checked in for Allen. And it's Cassell in for Rajon Rondo.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Celtics ball.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets lead by 12 and will return shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Trevor Ariza. 10 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Howard. And it's Capella in the 4 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Perkins kicks to Allen. Fires from deep. And the shot is good.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
18 feet out. Excellent D from Howard. Here's Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And the Rockets making a change here. Montiunas has checked in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Now, here's Ariza. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here, and that's really what it's all about. When you don't beat yourself, you become hard to beat.
Outside for Rondo. Offensive rebound.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball.
Assisted. Rajon Rondo. Rockets call timeout.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers.
David Davis is checked in for the Celtics. Poe comes in for Kevin Garnett. Here is Harden. He's got 13. Now the pass to Ariza. He kicks to Moniunas. Ariza passes to Harden. The three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Ripped away. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Allen, that's good.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
And he gets it to go. And it's 9 points for Paul Pierce.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Allen outside. Rondo with the ball. Now Lawson defending. Allen, that's good.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
Here's Brewer. And easy 2 points on the layup. Brewer's got his first 2 points.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there. That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Houston on top. Up. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Brian Scalabrine. Allen is out there with Cassell. Then there's Leon Poe. And it's Davis in the center position.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
All right, Houston, coming on the court are your own Rockets power dancers.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Capella. Risa comes in for Corey Brewer. James Harden, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Cassell kicks to Scalabrine. The shot's good. Cassell making the play.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into it. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks. Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
Harden against Allen. Pass to Cassell. No good from outside.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass, but it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy, and if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch.
Now a timeout called by Boston. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Boston making a switch here. Pierce is checked in. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Allen dishes to Garnett. Back to Allen. Perkins, the pass to Allen. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Jones kicks to Beverly. It's Ariza on the wing. The 10-footer. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead. Outside, Pierce. The shot's good. Cassell making the play. Cassell's got his 5th assist in this one.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around him.
Howard against Garnett. Howard dishes to Beverly. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day. And I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in.
And they get the rebound, but, guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Allen with another miss.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Capella kicks to Howard. Capella, the pass to Harden. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throw. It's on Kevin Garnett.
Harden doing it all. He has 20 points and 7 assists.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
Garnett dishes to Perkins. Allen. Money!
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Celtics. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And Garnett misses. And here are the Rockets now. Here's Howard. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer no good. For 3, Pierce knocks down the trifecta.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're losing by 5. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark did.
São Paris, São Paulo.